Good Monday afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing today? Thanks, Brandy girl. Brandy said, "Baby, I'm free at last. My whole house is fed, and I'm chilling with my Sprite, ice cold, ready to converse and be grown." I know that's right, Chad. We got a lot to talk about. Hey, Jen Rob, how you doing, girl? So anyway, y'all, thanks for joining me this afternoon, honey. We have a lot. I repeat, a whole lot to talk about, okay? Because since Friday, a lot has been going on. And so we just gonna dish this tea, child. We gonna dish some tea everywhere, talking about everything from Kanye and politics to the Ahmaud Arbery case uh to what's going on in the beauty guru community. Hey John Q, hey Desiree, how y'all doing? Let me switch over real fast so I can see everybody's comments, child, because sometimes StreamYard be doing the most, child. Okay, y'all hit that like button on the way in and do it if you will, okay? And so anyway, y'all, like I said, we got a lot to talk about, child, okay? And thank you guys once again so much for joining me. Let me spill a little bit of my own tea real quick, okay? So YouTube, we know that YouTube, and this kind of goes on with a statement that Jackie Aina is going to make in her video that I'm going to share a little bit with y'all in a little while when we get to that part of the show, okay? Right. But we know that YouTube be tripping on black content creators, right? So ever since the onslaught of this global pandemic, we know that YouTube said that a lot of their employees were working from home and whatnot and all this and all that, right? I have noticed that at first it was taking 24 hours for my video to upload, okay? And then I had noticed in some of my subscribers being unsubscribed to my channel, by them not unsubscribing, but YouTube unsubscribing them. They've left me comments saying, "Why did I get unsubscribed? Did you unsubscribe me?" And I'm thinking, no, and to sabotaging my views. I believe that YouTube is sabotaging my views because we know that they will shadow ban your channel, and shadow banning simply means that they won't put your video in your people that are subscribed to you. They won't see your videos going down their feed, and unless they're checking for you, like coming directly to your homepage, they won't know if you have uploaded a new video or even if you live. And also they won't send out notifications. They'll send out notifications to maybe a couple of people, but for the most part they won't do that. And like I said, I've noticed since the onslaught, hey Natasha, of COVID, and that with the fact that I don't think that they were happy with me not doing the beef sector situation anymore, because they love when I go back and forth with other content creators. That is their version of entertainment, but I am not going to be placed in that kind of box, right? So that coupled with a whole lot of other things, shenanigans that I've noticed on my channel, as far as the algorithm go and my analytics go, they are sabotaging my channel. Do you see what I'm saying? That is why my views are so low on my videos. And no, it's not because nobody's checking for me. That is not the case. If YouTube don't want to send notifications out for your video or won't place your videos in people's community streams or whatever, if you will, community threads, no, and unless these people are going to take the time, which people don't have time always to go directly to your channel Do you see what I'm saying? And check to see if you uploaded a video, or even if you live, because they're not getting notifications, your views are going to go down. That is how they sabotage your channel. Okay, and I just wanted to make that little comment right there, because I have, at the end of this month, I will have been on YouTube for 3 years. Do you see what I'm saying? And even when I first started my channel, my views have never been this low. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's not because nobody's checking for me. It's just that YouTube, I don't know if you call it shadow banning. I don't know what it is doing. I think I don't even call it shadow banning when it comes to all my videos. Some of them maybe. Do you see what I'm saying? But let me give you an example of how I know they're trying to sabotage my channel. It's actually two. They not trying to. They are sabotaging my channel, right? For whatever reason. I don't know if it's because I'm like a lot of the COVID employees, that got furloughed or laid off from their job, because they can't open up because of whatever reason via the COVID crisis. I don't know if that's what's going on. Hey, K Summers, how you doing? I don't know what exactly is going on, but something shady going on with my channel, and I can tell. Okay, and so let me give you an example. Oh, and also, and when I said I don't know if they're furloughing people, what I mean by that is the fact that a lot of my videos are, how you get the little yellow monetization sign as opposed to the green, which means your channel is not, your video is not fully monetized, even when there's nothing wrong. With even when you haven't said anything derogatory in the video. So for that reason, I noticed that going on, and I made a video in particular today talking about Nicki Minaj. It wasn't even 2 minutes long. It was nothing derogatory. It wasn't an offensive tone. It was just simply saying, congratulations to Nicki Minaj, because I don't know if you guys seen that video, if you've got the notification for it, but Nicki Minaj put a lot of pictures on Instagram, of a pregnant Belle, her and her husband, Kenneth Petty, they are pregnant, and I was just simply saying congratulations, Nicki Minaj, because anytime, y'all know I love the babies, right? And anytime, I'm gonna hear about a baby, honey, I'm gonna say congratulations, because it's truly a blessing from God to me to have a baby. So anyway, that's pretty much all I said on the video. Congratulations to her and her husband. It showed the pictures that she had posted on Instagram. In that video as well, at first it had the green dollar sign. I went back 2 minutes later, and it had limited monetization on it. I'm thinking, well, what? I didn't even say nothing wrong. I said congratulations, basically. Do you see what I'm saying? But I did that. I made that video, and the reason why it's so short is just to see what they were going to do with that video, just to confirm, what I had been thinking was going on with my channel. So anyway, y'all, if you are a subscriber of mine and you like my content, please, sometimes if you don't see that I posted a video, I probably have. If you just take a moment to go to my channel and check and see if I posted a video, that will help me out a lot. You see what I'm saying? I realize that some people have a larger core base, and some people are going to check your channel whether they see a video of yours going down the stream or not. My subscriber base, my solid subscriber base, is not as large as some people's solid subscriber base, but nevertheless, you can tell when the algorithm or YouTube or whoever is doing it is not putting your videos on your subscribers' community feeds. And I just want to mention that to y'all, because I heard somebody say a while ago, you have a failed new YouTube channel. No clown. YouTube is tweaking with my videos as well as my monetization. And I'm not even necessarily stressed over freaking the issue of the monetization, because we know when it comes to platforms like this, they're in it for the money, and they're supposed to be. That is not my issue though, because YouTube don't pay one bill of mine though. But I would like for my subscribers to know when a video of mine is being posted, because they like my content, and that is not fair to me, nor is it fair to the viewer. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that is the only reason why I'm mentioning that right there. And anyway, I'm moving right along. I just had to spill a little bit of my own tea right along with the rest of all this other tea we got to discuss. I was like, chatting to me all day to make this video. Okay, because I know it's a whole lot to discuss. Anyway, I just want to share that with y'all. Okay, and so like I said, good evening, everybody. If I haven't said it yet, K Summers, A-Class, Lady Tia came in the room, Jen came in the room, Natasha came in the room. Good. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Okay, and So yeah, I don't, and I agree with that too, Brandy. Some people, I may be a little raw for some people. Some people are offended by the truth, but honey, it ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay, and it just is what it is. How you doing, Charon Herring? How you doing, John Q? How you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. So anyway, y'all, let's get started because, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. K Summers, I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. Happy to see you, pretty good. Let's get started. Okay, it's just so much. So, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. Everything from Jeffree Starr to Ahmaud Arbery to Jackie Aina to Kanye West. Uh, it's just like a lot. Okay, so anyway, first we're gonna get started. However, I'm gonna get this before we do anything else. Let's get some more of our serious issues out of the way. The first thing that I wanted to talk about this afternoon was there has been a update or some new information concerning the Ahmaud Arbery case, in particular the three men that have been jailed, the McMichaels, the son, as well as the father. They've pled not guilty. They have been held in jail ever since they have been arrested. They have not given bail. There's the other defendant, the third one, however, Roddy, his name, something Roddy Bryan or whatever. He on Friday he went in front of the judge because he wanted to be granted bail, and so in an effort from the prosecution not to have the judge grant him bail, some very interesting things popped up about him, and so I'm gonna share this video with you. I'm gonna share my screen of this report from Court TV concerning what new allegations have been brought against the Roddy Bryant. Like I said, he is the third defendant in the Ahmaud Arbery case. He is the one that actually filmed the viral video of the Ahmaud Arbery killing. Okay, if it wasn't for him filming it and not deleting it, we would have never known. We wouldn't have a visual as to what happened, what exactly happened to Ahmaud Arbery, and how it is that they killed him. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna get right into this because this is very interesting. The what the prosecution said about Mr. Roddy Bryant. Okay, I was like, oh no, you didn't. I was like, honey. But anyway, y'all, let me pull up my screen. Give me a second here. And we're gonna get started, honey, because I was like, oh, what? Honey. If it ain't one thing, it's another one, child. Anyway. Hold on one second, girl. The rabbit hole go deep with these people, okay? Just let me say. Y'all be like, what? Girl. Anyways. Here we go. I think it's the first one I've got right here. Give it a second to come up. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if it'll work for us. Y'all know my computer be tripping when I'm trying to share videos, and I'm so sorry, but I hate to share videos on this screen. I'm on this computer. One day I'm gonna get me a new computer, but for right now, y'all, this is all we got. Okay. So anyway, this is the video. Like I said, it's from Court TV and Court TV on here on YouTube. And the title of this video is "Sex Crimes and Racist Text Messages Connected to Suspect." I'm sorry, in the Ahmaud Arbery killing. Okay, so honey, let's roll the tape so y'all can hear it for yourself, child. Okay, honey, here we go.
Have on the docket today,
all right.
Georgia versus Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, and William.
If y'all can hear this audio, hit the one, okay? Because I can't hear the
routine hearing in the Ahmaud Arbery case, a stunning new revelation.
Can y'all hear anything at all? Because I can't.
Alleged killers.
Oh, you know why I can't hear it? Because I'm my headphones plugged in. That's why I can't hear it. I wonder if y'all can hear it though.
The statement was made during the state's argument opposing bond for William Roddy Bryan, the suspect who captured cell phone video of the confrontation between Arbery and Gregory and Travis McMichael. Bryan's attorney, Kevin Goff, did not address the allegation, but he maintains his client's innocence, arguing he should be released before his trial on felony murder charges.
There is no evidence, not a scintilla of evidence before the court, that he poses any significant risk of committing a felony pending a trial, nor is there any evidence whatsoever, not even a scintilla, that he poses any significant risk of intimidating witnesses or otherwise obstructing the administration of justice.
In support of Brian's motion for bond, his son, Preston Bryan, was called to the stand.
Are you asking the court to release your father under the least restrictive conditions that will assure his appearance and compliance with the orders of the court? Yes.
Ahmaud Arbery's mother offered a statement opposing Brian's release.
He wants this court to allow him to go home. I am asking this court to say no. He cannot go home. He did not allow my son to go home.
Before deciding the question of whether to release Brian, Judge Timothy Walmsley heard from Gregory and Travis McMichael.
This is to Travis McMichael there at the jail. Mr. McMichael, I understand you're entering a not guilty plea. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
The father and son formally pleaded not guilty to the 9-count indictment against them, with charges including murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and false imprisonment. Sitting across the table from one another wearing masks inside the Glenn County Detention Center, they both have been held without bond since early May.
Bring Mr. Bryan out.
Facing the same charges, Brian also pleaded not guilty before his lawyer argued for his release, one of several motions before the court Friday. Another one sought to remove the office of Cobb County District Attorney Joyette Holmes from the case. The judge denied all of them.
The order of the court is that bond is denied.
Brian will remain behind bars, pending a trial where he and the McMichaels will face up to life without parole, plus 27 years if convicted of the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. I spoke with Ahmaud Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, today, and she told me the family is anxious for a trial date to be set in this case, but the judge saying he can't exactly set a date because of COVID-19 restrictions, but it will happen as soon as possible, Vinny.
Yeah, I mean, we are circling the airport in jurisdictions around the country waiting for things to get going, but I can understand how everyone wants that trial to go forward. You know, 3 defendants, but Roddy Bryan's attorney in court today filing a lot of motions, and it seemed we learned a lot more about Roddy Bryan today, Shanley.
We did learn a lot more. In fact, during the prosecutor's closing argument against the bond motion, I was sitting in the courtroom, the overflow courtroom, full of media from all over the nation, as well as spectators and family of Ahmaud Arbery, and everyone was taken aback in a moment when the prosecutor mentioned another investigation against William Roddy Bryan into possible sex crimes, and that's with the GBI. The GBI actually tweeted today about this investigation, saying that on Wednesday, July 15th, the Glenn County Police Department requested that the GBI initiate a sex crime investigation based on allegations made against William Roddy Bryan Jr. The investigation is active and ongoing. Then it goes on to say, after further discussions, it was determined that the Camden County Sheriff's Office has jurisdiction in the case. The official request for the GBI investigation came from Camden County Sheriff's Office. This was also addressed today by the Cobb County DA prosecuting this case, Joyette Holmes. Let's listen to what she had to say about it.
The sex crimes investigation came out of this investigation, but it's not a case that happened in Cobb County. It's not a case for which we've been appointed to handle any prosecution that could come out of the investigation. So other than that, and knowing that there's a victim as it relates to those charges, I'm not going to discuss that any further.
We don't know a lot about it just yet, but that was a revelation unknown to everyone. The prosecutor saying he only got the confirmation email yesterday. So that is the breaking news coming out of the hearing today.
Yeah, I mean, that just floored a lot of people, a lot of people that, wow, all of this is happening. And now this, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I don't think he has any chance of getting out. And obviously, judge did not release him today. Something else that was revealed about Roddy Bryan, some text messages and the type of language on the text messages, not helping Roddy Bryan either.
Not. And another reason the prosecutor argued against his bond reduction, or even setting a bond. Now, this stems from something we heard back in the preliminary hearing, Vinny, from the lead investigator of the GBI, Richard Dowell, saying that Roddy Bryan had a racist attitude in his communications when they examined his cell phone. And that was mentioned again today as a possible hate crimes investigation ongoing by the federal government that the prosecutor mentioned today. Let's listen to more of what he had to say about it.
We have a number of text communications that were extracted from this defendant's phone, and they are replete with racist and bigoted remarks and communications, which goes directly to the risk of flight and concern that this defendant might pose a risk once the Department of Justice has time to digest this. Repeatedly, this defendant uses the N-word, a term that I had to look up, bootlit, talks about monkey parades, working like an NSA. There's just a ton of filth in this defendant's text regarding that. And that's a particular note in consideration in light of the very public fact that there might be additional forthcoming charges, not just the indicted charges at the state level here.
Vinny, ultimately, the judge agreed with the prosecutor, no bond for William Roddy Bryan today on that motion on several grounds.
And getting back to those racist text messages, the argument from the prosecutor, just to make it clear, isn't that racist text messages make him a risk of flight, but the fact that he's being investigated for additional charges would make him a risk of flight?
Exactly. He not only is being held on these murder charges for Ahmaud Arbery, but there are two other investigations, the GBI investigation announced today into sex crimes, as well as the federal investigation into possible hate crimes, which goes back to those text messages and racist attitudes, allegedly, of William Roddy Bryan. Plus, the prosecutor said, look, he faces life without the possibility of parole plus 27 years. That's a lot of reason to get out of town.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why in many of these murder cases, you don't see bond, but, once in a while you do. All right. Kevin Goff, we spoke to him yesterday. You spoke to him. I spoke to him. One of the issues that he brought up today was the prosecutor, and he wanted the prosecutor bounced off the case. How did that go over in court today when he's making those arguments in front of the judge?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first motions taken up by the judge. And there was some interesting back and forth between Kevin Goff trying to explain his arguments to the judge and the judge really not buying it. Kevin Goff tried to argue that the process and how Tom Durden was recused from the case didn't follow statutory guidelines, and it got pretty technical there. But the judge ultimately saying, no, look, there's nothing here before me that shows anything illegal, improper, or prejudicial to your client, and he adamantly and affirmatively denied that motion. Juliette Holmes remains on the case.
Okay, let's talk about another issue, which is we know what's going on in the country. When the Ahmaud Arbery case happened, was kind of on the front end of it, then George Floyd, and then things got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that was an issue today as well, not so much in terms of those cases, but in terms of messages on shirts and on face masks. What was discussed today in court relative to that?
Well, Kevin Goff, William Roddy Bryan's attorney, made another motion. He made this at the preliminary hearing and also today, asking that those in the courtroom remove masks that say George Floyd on the mask. It was prejudicial, apparently, to his client to have that in the courtroom. And this was something, when I arrived at the courthouse first thing this morning, Vinny, I noticed there were some peaceful protesters out front of the courthouse. Of course, the family and friends of Ahmaud Arbery arriving here with T-shirts on saying "Justice for Ahmaud." Their face masks would say #IRunWithMaud, and of course George Floyd face mask. Well, Kevin Goff calls out Lee Merritt, the family attorney for Ahmaud Arbery, who wore a face mask with George Floyd's name on it. He tried to convince the judge to have him remove that. The judge did not agree, saying that he felt comfortable being able to arraign the defendants and to hear these motions without being unduly influenced by anybody's mask or T-shirt inside the courtroom. He said he would, however, take it up possibly at the trial or a later date. And after the trial of the hearing today, Lee Merritt did address this issue. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I'm sure that he would like to move this case to a different time and place, maybe when America was great in his mind. George Floyd is an individual who suffered from police brutality. He's not a party to this case. Wearing his name on my face mask is in no way a political statement. It's a distraction from the really serious nature of his defendants or his client's actions, which was the murder of Ahmaud Arbery.
So it was just one of many motions by Kevin Goff today, Vinny, that was denied by the judge.
Big day down in Glenn County, Georgia. Chandler.
Okay, so y'all heard all that, honey. It was a lot to digest. Let me stop this screen real fast. But I found it very interesting. I'm really wanting to know what the federal charges, what specifically they're saying the hate crimes that he committed. What specifically is going on with that? Evidently, they found something in his phone. Hey, Claude, how you doing? You cooking dinner? All right, I heard that. And so, Klaus said he disappointed prisoners ain't doing their job, child. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I want to share that with y'all. So they're looking into sex crime charges about Roddy Bryant. They're also talking about those gross text messages that he made. He said something about monkey something. I'm like, wait, what? Why am I'm not surprised, but I'm like, oh, child. So because of those text messages, that opens the door for him to be investigated and charged with, federal hate crime charges as well, and so much of the other stuff. I'm glad that we saw Ahmaud Arbery's mom, actively, speaking up for saying that she didn't think that the guy should be given any type of bail and he should remain in jail. And thank God he did remain in jail, as well as the McMichaels. Like I said, they have been denied bail. They have been in jail right along with Roddy Bryant, this whole time. You know what I mean? So that's good. But I wanted you guys to kind of find out the update, because I hadn't heard anything about, sex crimes. And I also thought it was interesting, as well as those, text messages. I hadn't heard anything about that either. We're not surprised. It did kind of, I thought it was real petty for them to try to say that they were prejudiced. They were making it. It was prejudicial for the attorneys to wear a mask that says George Floyd on it. I thought that was alpha petty. You see what I'm saying? The judge wasn't trying to hear it though, so that was good. I also thought it was petty for them to try to have the black female state's prosecutor removed from the case. I don't understand, how that would impact her being a black, female prosecutor, how that would, hinder the case or hamper the case or make it more or less prejudicial. I'm sorry, I can't hardly say that word, prejudicial in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I just wanted you guys to hear that. That little breaking news that had, and all of this, by the way, it happened on Friday. Do you see what I'm saying? They still have not gone to trial. They're saying because of the COVID or whatever, but they at least are not granting any of the 3 bail, and so that's a good thing. And the prosecution, they are really on them. Do you see what I'm saying? They're just funny. Oh, when they got his phone, it was just so much. People don't use the delete button these days, do they? I'm like, oh, child. That Roddy Bryant, his phone, they got him in a whole lot of trouble, baby. A whole lot of trouble. I'm like, oh, child. But, honey, Brandy said the moral of the story is they are mad about black people standing up. Girl, I guess. They're mad about being prosecuted. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I got this thing up too loud. Sorry about that, y'all. I have to turn it up when the video is on so that I can hear the video myself. But anyway, moving right along, that is the update in the Ahmaud Arbery case. And like I said, I want to share it with you guys. All of that came about Friday. Do you see what I'm saying? And so anyway, moving right along, let's talk about Kanye West, honey. Oh, I'm sure all of y'all done heard about Kanye West by now, but honey, we got to talk about it, okay? So, what was it, Saturday or Sunday? I think it was yesterday, maybe. Oh, there's just so much going on. I get mixed up with the days. Over the weekend, just let me say it like that. Kanye West had a rally, a presidential rally in South Carolina. And so he in South Carolina, he is making his bid to be placed on the ballot as a independent presidential candidate. Okay, now we know that Kanye West is he's mentally ill, and I don't see how anybody that says that they care about him, especially his wife, could let him run around and act like this. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's just so unfortunate that he doesn't seem to have anybody in his corner, because mental illness is real. And so anyway, he got up there, he did his little, he had his little, his conference or whatever, you know what I mean? And but he said some very, very strange and unfortunate things, in my opinion. He went on and on about Harriet Tubman, saying that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just moved the slaves from down south, basically to up north, to work for white people and all of this and all that. I don't know what problem that Kanye has when he goes on these rants about black history, especially as it pertains to the slaves. We all remember when he said that slavery was a choice and all this and all that. So now he's went in on Harriet Tubman, and not only that, even more disturbing, he started crying in this press conference, okay, and he started talking about some very unfortunate things that have gone on in his personal life. So anyway, I have video of that as well, a little short video, and I'm gonna share the screen again so y'all can hear for yourself in case you haven't. We're gonna recap anyway, about what he had to say. And like I said, it's all so unfortunate. I don't like the way that they are reporting. They are being very patronizing when it comes to Kanye West and the mass media. Do you see what I'm saying? And they're not mentioning that he's mentally ill. They saying stuff like he had a very unconventional way of announcing his presidency and all of this and all that. And like I said, he wants to be put on the ballot running as an independent. You kind of know kind of like how Ross Perot did back in the day, and that black guy, the Domino's Pizza black guy, they all ran as independents, on the presidential ballot. So that is what Kanye West is attempting to do in South Carolina, to be placed on the ballot as an independent. And so yeah, I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Kay said, Tariq says that was the ancestors making him cry, child, trying to get him out of the sunken place. I know that's right, child. He in the sunken place so bad it ain't no coming out. But I believe that along with mental illness, a lot of Kanye West issue. I'm glad you said that, Kay, because a lot of his issue is he's in some kind of spiritual warfare. You see what I'm saying? Right. And a lot of the times it can be masked as mental illness, but I do think that he has some kind of mental illness going on with him. But he himself said that he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And when you get off your meds, when you are, mentally ill and you get off your meds, it's, you kind of go into a manic state. And he looks like he's in the midst of a manic state right now. He is not well. And like I said, it's so unfortunate that he doesn't seem to have anybody, in your corner. And the Kardashians, they are probably just getting their whole life when he goes out and acts like this. They're not doing anything in the way to help him. Do you see what I'm saying? But that is the wife that he chose. He chose to have babies with this woman that clearly only sees this as a form, in my opinion, she sees this as a form of promotion for the Kardashians. Do you see what I'm saying? And whoever else knows, MK Ultra, is real as well as the sunken place. Okay. And it's a whole lot, and that's why I said he's got something spiritual, some type of spiritual warfare going on as well. But anyway, I'm gonna share the screen so y'all can hear a little bit of what he had to say in that press conference while he is vying to be put on the ballot as an independent when it comes to the presidential election. So just give me 1 second here, and we'll get to that one as well. And so yeah, it's just so unfortunate. I just really think that he is in a whole lot of pain. You know what I mean? He doesn't have anybody, in his corner. It's just so bad. You know what I mean? And so yeah. Let me find this one. So here's this one. Okay. So he was rude to somebody in his press conference, A-Class. I ain't surprised. He's in a manic state. Anyway, I'm gonna share the screen again, y'all. Okay, and we'll see what he had to say, Chad. Excuse me. So, well, let me get a few minutes to pop up. Let's see. Okay, so the title of this USA Today piece is titled Kanye West claims in rally that Harriet Tubman never freed the slaves, and he tearfully discusses abortion. Okay, and so yeah, Kay said what? Hold on a minute, I'm gonna read it before we click play on. And it's only 2 minutes long. She said ever since his mother passed, he has been spiraling. I absolutely agree with that, Kay, because his mother was his whole world. Me and Brandy was talking about that the other day, how his mother was his whole world, and she was his, she grounded him. You know what I mean? She was the one person that was always there for him to tell him the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? But I absolutely agree. She said, I'm proud of his billionaire status, though. Yeah, absolutely. Should have been Nick Cannon. Child. Let me share this with you guys. It's just that, and when he passes away, whether he harms himself or he just passes away, you know what I mean? His generational wealth is going to go right over. His billions are going to be funneled right to those, to that Kardashian clan. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, yeah. I don't even know if that's on purpose, John Q. But many people have said that he's trying to, dilute, like you said, the vote. Take some of the votes away. They are, thinking that, theorizing that maybe he's, simply they put him there to have the vote be split when it comes to the Democrats, when it comes to black people and Joe Biden, because of Trump. Do you see what I'm saying? He did say that, he renounced his support for Trump or whatever, you know what I mean? And he reversed it, all this and all that, you know what I mean? And but the whole thing is very interesting, you know what I mean? And Jamar being nosy. Okay. He came from his game and said, yes, he did. Stop caping. He did what? To listen to his nonsense. Okay, A-Class. But anyway, we're gonna roll this real quick and we will come back to discuss, okay? Hold on. Let's see if I can get it here. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we'll be able to play this. Okay, here we go.
And the most racist thing that's ever been said out loud is the idea that if Kanye West runs for president, I'm going to split the black votes. Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people. She said she was pregnant, and for 1 month, and 2 months, and 3 months, we talked about.
Of course I want to freeze up.
Her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. Do people know these pills?
Sorry about that, guys. The only video that they'll play real good are
you take the pills,
the YouTube videos.
The baby's gone. And I told my wife. And she said, we're going to have this baby. I said, we're going to have this child. I know people that are 50 years old that didn't have the children, that didn't have that child, that have never got to experience the level of joy that I experienced. Having a child. But even if my wife was to divorce She brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. My mom saved my life. My dad wanted to abort me. My life, there would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much the end of it. I'm sure we've heard what Ollie had to say. He pretty much said that let me cut this microphone back down. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. He pretty much said, "Yeah, I know, Brandy. It doesn't. The videos don't want to play right. They seem to play the YouTube videos okay. Do you see what I'm saying? I've got 2 more videos, but they're YouTube videos. I hope they'll play right. But sorry for all the buffering, guys. But I told y'all, me and this computer child, okay. And so anyway, you heard what he said, and we've all heard it a couple of times. Probably he was talking about Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just moved them to another place to work for white people. We know that is historically inaccurate. Do you see what I'm saying? And but I also found it interesting, how he spoke of, I'm assuming he was speaking in reference to abortion when he said that he almost killed his child. When it comes to abortion, we know that is always a major issue when it comes to running for the presidency of the United States of America, either you for it or against it. You see what I'm saying? So I guess this is his version of being against, abortion or whatever. And he spoke about his father, his mom saved his life because of something that went on between the mom and the dad or whatever. And he talked about he almost killed his baby. He don't care. His wife might divorce him after saying this, but she had pills in her hand, get ready to abort the baby and all this and all that. It's just so unfortunate. I don't find it entertaining at all. And I find it so unfortunate that he is clearly going through this, even down to his haircut, even having 2020, shaved into his head. That's an issue right there. And then clearly he's going through something. I mean, he's crying. You don't conduct yourself, in this manner. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're vying for the office of the presidency of the United States. But we all know that he is mentally ill. That's right. It's very sad. You know what I mean? And it's just so unfortunate. But I want to read this as it pertains to mental illness real quick from Desiree Lockett. Hold on, let me stop this screen. Let me get this off of here. Maybe I can focus, because as long as I got it on, I'm not gonna be able to focus. And I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know my computer gets wonky when it comes to sharing videos, right? So anyway, Desiree says that I know 2 people that are diagnosed bipolar schizophrenia, and they don't like to take the meds. The reason why I want to read that, and you're absolutely right about that, Desiree, is because a lot of people don't realize when you have been diagnosed with a mental illness and you under the care of a doctor, they will, they will prescribe you medications. But to the person that is mentally ill, when they take the medications, mentally ill people think that they don't feel like themselves. They don't feel normal. They don't act normal when they're on the medication. But in our actuality, it does calm them down. It stabilizes them, and they do act normally. But because they're truly mentally ill, they don't feel like they're normal. Do you see what I'm saying? And so for that reason, they don't want to take the meds. That's why you have to have somebody over you, somebody that can speak to these mentally ill people and make them take their meds. You know, when I worked with mentally ill people for a long time, and in my state, you can't have somebody committed. They have to be commit themselves voluntarily, you know, to inpatient psychiatric care. But you can have the judge order them to take their meds. You can have the judge order that somebody, an organization or a family member or something like that, you know, be designated to ensure that these mentally ill people will take their meds. And if not, they can be committed if they absolutely refuse to take their meds, and they, you know, be thrown into a manic state because they're not taking their meds properly like they're supposed to. And so I don't know, like, what is the deal with Kanye's situation? Do you see what I'm saying? And so Lady Tia said, so do you think that Kim, I think that she can do a lot, because like I said, in my state, you can't have somebody committed, but you can go in front of a judge and he can order that somebody ensure that he takes his medication properly so as not to have these manic episodes like this. And sometimes those manic episodes can be very dangerous to other people, to people around them. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I don't know what the statutes are, you know, when it comes to that sort of thing, wherever they live, but I know it's like that in my state. Like I said, you can't have somebody, they have to voluntarily be committed unless they refuse to take their meds by somebody that is authorized to make sure that they take their meds, because you don't want somebody, you know, going in a manic state and killing somebody or harming themselves in any way. So, and it doesn't appear that Kanye West has anything like that going on. And you know, it is so sad to watch stuff like this play out on the world stage, because he's clearly not stable enough, you know, to be out here saying that he's running for presidency of the United States. Is he asking for help, really? Is he seeking attention, you know, that he's not getting at home? Who knows what's really going on in Kanye's house? Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't think, you know, his wife, Kim Kardashian West, cares anything about him at all. She simply cares about the status. Do you see what I'm saying? Why would you? This just all for show. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's so unfortunate. You have people that, you know, fetishize black skin. You know, if these Kardashians are the perfect example of, you know, people, non-black people, people of color fetishizing black skin. And you know, you can tell that they fetishize black skin to the point to where, you know, they have all these mixed children. They blackfish all the time. They make all these photos with them having this very dark skin with these, you know, cornrows and gold grills, and they steal you know, from black fashion designers and jewelry designers and makeup artists, and they steal their work, their copyrighted work, and make it their own. They plagiarize their work, you know, of black women. They want to, and it seems like a lot of, you know, people, you know, unfortunately, some people want to cancel out the black woman and replace them with blackfishers like these Kardashians. Do you see what I'm saying? They're really racist people. You know, just because you fetishize black people, just because you lay with black men, it doesn't mean that you're not racist, and it absolutely doesn't mean that you like black people. Do you see what I'm saying? And so you have to, you know, the proof is in the pudding. And there are a lot of black women that seem to really worship and stand for these Kardashian West, and I don't know why they're just racist, you know, and they're they you know, what do you call, they culturally appropriate everything from your hairstyles to, you know, to your jewelry, and they fetishize, you know, the skin, they fetishize you know, children. It's just they are sick. They're just as sick as Kanye, in my opinion, you know. And so, yeah. John Q said, think about it, everybody. Would you vote for a person that has a mental illness to run our country? Well, guess what? a lot of people would, because the proof is in the pudding, John Q. Look who the president of the United States is right now. Okay. He's clearly got some issues. All right. Clearly. All right. But they're now paying for this. Okay. Because they voted for him in a knee-jerk reaction because of Obama being the president for 2 terms. In our country, y'all remember when Donald Trump said that he said something about he called some countries shithole countries and all this and all that. Well, our country is turning into a S-hole country. Okay. We cannot stand 4 more years of Donald Trump. Okay, that's right, Natasha. We already have a mentally ill person running this country. You're absolutely right about that. You know, he called these countries shithole countries, and now look at our country. Our visas are not visas, but our passports are not being, you are not able as an American citizen to go in several countries, and I just heard today that the Bahamas are not letting American citizens in to their country because of the way that this president has handled the COVID-19 crisis, the pandemic in this country. Do you see what I'm saying? You're being barred from entering countries like the UK. Do you see what I'm saying? Bahamas today, and it's just because of the way because of the president's response. Do you see what I'm saying? Have you seen Murray Trump? Yes, I have the interview in the book. I'm currently listening to the audio book right now, and it explains a lot about Donald Trump. Do you see what I'm saying? And the way that they did Murray Trump and her family unit is, my God. I'm like, ooh, child. Okay. And that is the reason why he is so, unconcerned about the lives of American citizens when it comes to this pandemic in particular. And it also explains, I believe it too. She don't have nothing. She don't have nothing to lose. She don't have no reason to lie. Okay. So you're right, Lady Tia. I believe it too. Okay. You're not ruling out Kanye as the next president. Honestly, I am. And it doesn't even have anything to do with the fact that he's mentally ill. This country is not going to anytime soon vote in another black president. That's just not going to happen. But he can if he's able to run on a presidential ballot as an independent. A lot of people will vote for Kanye West in the midst of his mental illness, because look what they did with Donald Trump. So you know what I mean? But yeah, honey, I feel you on that though, But anyway, I want to share that with you guys. Like I said, once again, I'm sorry it's buffering like that, but so yeah. There's a lot going on. So anyway, moving right along. So let's switch gears. Like I said, I want to get a couple of these more serious issues out of the way, honey, because we got a lot of tea to dish when it comes to YouTube. You was joking, class? I heard that, child. And so that's cool. That's cool, class. I understand where you're coming from. The whole thing is really laughable at this point, because girl. But sadly, the truth is stranger than fiction, child. Ooh, you can't put nothing past this country no more. Not nothing. Okay. So, and that's just real talk, child. And she said British humor, y'all. It's all right, girl. I understand, child. Ooh, it's a lot going on. But anyway, child, let me spill this tea, Lady Tia. You right, girl. Oh, honey, we got to talk about Jackie, Aina, Jeffree, Starr, and all of this drama going around with these beauty gurus. And I want to talk about this in particular because, okay, number one, Jeffree Starr, in case you guys have been following this piece of drama right here, right? Because this is just pure, tea right here. Okay. Anyway. So Jeffree Starr, hey man, thanks for joining us. Jeffree Starr did an apology video. We know that there was what they would call a Dramageddon 2020 or Dramageddon 2, right? Jeffree Starr allegedly started all the drama between all the derogatory comments about James Charles and a couple of other YouTube guru content creators, because they're saying that Jeffree Starr is jealous of James Charles, right? James Charles is a younger, more popular beauty guru, and we know Jeffree Starr been around for over a decade, right? So he got all this stuff started when he has one of his flying monkeys by the name of Blair. What is her name? Blair Woods or Blair something, come out making this video talking about some, she can't stand Jeffree Starr, but in the whole video she's spilling tea on James Charles, right? So one of the things that Jeffree Starr was going around saying about James Charles was that James Charles was allegedly, taking advantage of, and trying to coerce straight men or trying to assault straight men, in a very, indecent nature, right? So come to find out, I found a video, honey, and I'm going to play for y'all. Come to find out the very thing, I mean, that, excuse me, the very thing that Jeffree Starr was going around trying to destroy James Charles with, that very rumor. Well, allegedly, years ago, what is his name? Jeffree Starr was charged with the same thing. And honey, there's a YouTuber by the name of Ian McAvoy or something like that, right? Ivan McAvoy, I believe that's his name is. He did an in-depth video with receipts, child. Receipts. Talking about Jeffree Starr and all the things that have been said about Jeffree Starr. Not only is he racist, we know that he's racist, he's apologized, he does it again. This is what Jackie Aina comes into. Jackie Aina and James Charles have been going back and forth for a very long time. So like I said, I'm gonna play out an audio of the Jeffree Starr apology, some of it, right? And the reason why I'm playing that audio, not the video, I am gonna play a little bit of Jackie Aina's video, but Jackie Aina made I call it a response to what Jeffree Starr said in his apology, not apology, because he called himself apologizing, right? And I'm gonna let y'all hear it because I was like, oh no, he didn't, right? Jeffree Starr, lady chill, that's his name. And anyway, he made an apology. It was a sorry, not sorry. In my opinion, he invoked Black Lives Matter, honey. And we know that he has been exposed as being racist time and time again. I did another video about talking about his racist action, but there is some other allegations that have been launched against him in this McAvoy's video that I hadn't heard until today, which leads me. But anyway, Jackie Aina made a response. She didn't say his name. She was talking about what she feels about the beauty community and how it's changed, because Jeffree Starr was also talking about the beauty community and how it's changed, all this and all that, and he's sorry, he this, that, and the other, Black Lives, Breonna Taylor, we got more important things to talk about, right? Well, he the one that started the whole drama in the first place, him and his flying monkeys, right? And he was also, in my opinion, threatening Tati Westbrook with legal action. Tati Westbrook is another, the guy who got the breakdown on Jeffree Starr. His name is Ian McAvoy or Ivan McAvoy or something like that. But we're going to play his video because it's a whole lot of receipts in that video, and y'all got to see this. I was like, oh, child, I ain't never heard all of this, but he got receipts. I was like, oh. He did some digging, baby. He did some anthropological, archaeological digging. I love that video. And not only is he talking about the Jeffree Starr, right? He's talking about, he really explained to me, because I never could get it, the difference between what they're calling cancel culture and problematic culture or something like that. I'm sure you young people, if you're only listening, understand the difference. But honey, he broke it down in a way that I can understand it, because I'm thinking, oh, child, it's a lot. But anyway, that video is excellent. I am so proud of this young man for doing this video. It is very well edited. It is very well. He explains everything. He got receipts and honey. He even got a little gifts in there to make you laugh. I was like, oh no, he did. But yes, he did, honey. His college, that education he getting in college, honey, is working for him, child. Okay, and he doing all this and all that while in the process of doing his makeup. I said, no, he didn't. He done spent all the tea on Jeffree Starr and then some, honey. But anyway, he was here for it. I'm here for his tea, child. But anyway. Anyway, let me go back. Let me roll back a little bit. So Jeffree Starr, I'm going to play the audio of his apology. It's about 10 minutes long, and y'all got to hear this nonsense because at the end of this apology, not apology, this apology was nothing more than a promo, okay, an infomercial type ad because he got some new products coming out in August, okay. So at the end, and then we know, and he's trying to do a whole PR cleanup. Do you see what I'm saying? Because he has lost a major brand name company, that he used to sponsor him and he used to promote for them, and that is the Morphe company. He was all about the Morphe Cosmetics company, right? And they dropped him funny they parted ways with Jeffree Starr. So now all of this stuff coming out about Jeffree Starr. Really, he started this drama to try to make James Charles look bad and destroy his brand. But it ricocheted back onto him, and his brand is being damaged. Do you see what I'm saying? And I also I want to play some excerpts from Jackie Ina's video because not only is she, talking about that, she didn't say his name or anything, but you know who she's talking about because she mentions Black Lives Matter. But she also mentioned some very interesting commentary that I absolutely agree with when it comes to YouTube and how they treat the Black content creators. And I told y'all a little bit about what was going on with my channel at the beginning of the video, right? Okay, and I absolutely agree with what she's going to say about that. So anyway, child, let me play Jeffree Starr. Sorry, not sorry. His whole infomercial invoking. How you gonna try to use Black Lives? What's going on with Black Lives Matter? What's going on with the death of these young people like Breonna Taylor and stuff? And everybody know you racist, been racist. Okay, you don't apologize for being racist 2 or 3 times, and you don't went back to being racist again. Okay, once again, just cause you like black eggplant emoji don't mean you like black people. But what you like to do is culturally appropriate black people's everything, culture, hairstyle, the way they speak, and everything else. That don't mean you like black people. Anyway, I digress. So let me find this. I'm glad Brandy's still on here. Let me find this audio. I didn't want to play the Jeffree Starr video, any excerpts at all. But I mean, as far as the video go. But like I said, I will play the audio, child. I can't be doing all that because it's just a lot. But I am going to play this McAvoy's video for you guys. So hold on. And after this audio, I'm going to let you hear what Jackie Ina said in response to this Jeffree Starr video. Okay, like I said, she don't mention him by name or anything, but clearly she's speaking about him talking about Black Lives Matter. He got his nerve, child. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. Had to turn up the volume so I can play the audio to the video. Y'all know I'll be going round and round, child, with these. And there was some more tea before I came on that I was trying to find out about Tamar Braxton, but I couldn't find no proof of what they were saying. Where is it? Video on it. Hold on. His name is Liam McAvoy. That's his name. Let me try to find that Jeffree Starr, whatever it is that he wants to say. Let's see. Is it still on here? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to play. This is Jeffree Starr's apology video. Is the title of that video. This video is Doing What's Right. Okay. And so y'all tell me if this is nothing more than an infomercial. Okay. So hold on. I think I'm going to skip the beginning of it. Try to skip to the T. Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I've been silent for a very long time. I know that's very rare for me. I've taken a lot of time to... Okay, also, when he got all this started throughout, this has been going on for a couple of weeks, right? And he's not said anything, right, until now.
And I think the only reason why he's speaking out now is because he's trying to save his brand endorsements as well as his brand, okay? Because he has lost a whole lot of subscribers, but he has millions of subscribers, and some of his longtime faithful subscribers are never going to count for him, and nor is YouTube, because I find it also, let me finish. Let me go and say this right here, and I forgot to say it earlier. You know, you can get your channel snatched, or, you know, they can shadow ban your channel or do your channel like they're doing my channel, you know, especially if you're a black content creator. They do us any kind of way. Do you see what I'm saying? But you got people on here like Jeffree Starr and who he calls his friend Shane Dawson, you know, violating all kind of YouTube standard codes of conduct, okay, over and over again. But because they make them so many millions of dollars, they will promote. And it's not only people like this Jeffree Starr. You know, it's a lot of those Anglo content creators. They get away with murder. But you as a black content creator, you get your channel shadow banned. They can tweak with your monetization. Do you see what I'm saying? They won't promote your videos. And you don't do half as much as these people do. Do you see what I'm saying? I realize it's all about the almighty dollar at the end of the day, but this stuff is repulsive. Do you see what I'm saying? That these people are alleging that these content creators, Shane Dawson and Jeffree Starr in particular, the things that they're claiming that they have done. Do you see what I'm saying? Is absolutely repulsive. And there's so much proof out there. And that's why I want to play that Liam McAvoy, whatever I said his name, video for y'all. Because see, like I said, honey, he got receipts. And we all have heard for years that Jeffree Starr is racist. There's so many videos out there about him and his racist antics. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like ridiculous, right? And we ain't gonna talk about the Shane Johnson drama and all of those accusations. He still got some of those videos up on his channel, but like that's the channel's up. The channel, you can get your channel snatched for a little bit of nothing on YouTube for doing far less than people like Jeffree Starr and Shane Dawson have done for years and years and years. Okay. And I understand that, YouTube is a private platform and you don't have to come on here and make videos if you don't like, what the platform is doing to your channel, but that's not the point. The point is that, you got YouTube a couple of weeks ago had a whole marathon, a telethon, taking donations and talking about racial equality when it was trending for people to talk about Black Lives Matter, right? And I got an email from them talking about they are going to, be putting to the forefront some black content creators. And they did do that, but the black content creators that they promote are content creators that don't really talk about black issues. Do you see what I'm saying? And if they talk about issues pertaining to black people, they are like Republicans or something like that. They don't, promote channels like my channel or any channel that, wants to speak directly and upfront about issues pertaining to black people. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we know that white people really don't like to talk about race, but because it was trending, Black Lives Matter was trending, YouTube decided to put on a whole, like I said, telethon to raise money for the fight of racial equality and all this and all that, saying they're going to promote black content creators, all this and all that, but you are still, it's just really bad. And but anyway, honey, here's a video. I just want to put that out there real fast. The whole thing is just real. Ooh, child. It's not, YouTube is not created equal for all content creators, like I said. If I can just put it that way. So anyway, here you go, child. I'm trying to fast forward some of this.
Again, and remembering why I'm here and how my actions can affect other people and everyone around me. I know there's a lot of people waiting for me to address this situation. Now, I didn't try to take anyone down. I'm not a villain in a movie. This isn't a Netflix series with a crazy storyline. I know it sounds like it, and trust me, I'm sure I'd watch it as well, but this is my real life. And a lot of things that are happening and being said are false. When someone else tries to take someone else down or their career and it doesn't work, you can't just take a few more down with you. That's not how life works. We have to all take accountability for our own actions and no one else's.
Let me pause right there. Now, see, he's being disingenuous, saying he wasn't trying to take nobody down and he wasn't threatening to take nobody down. This is in direct response to the Tati Westbrook video, like I said, where she says that he's going to come back. Like I said, he was silent forever. And she said when he came back, you know, he had already threatened. He had already said out of his own mouth that he got dirt on everybody, you know, threatening that if y'all try to take him down, he gonna drag several people down with him. Do you see what I'm saying? And because Tati thought that he was gonna come back, you know, raising all kind of cane and try to spill the tea on other people's dirty deeds. She thought that's what he was gonna do. She had all these tears in her eyes, acting like she was all scared and stuff. She mentioned something about lawyers, and instead of him doing that, he said, "Okay, I'm a whole flip and change on the chick, right? You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell everybody that I'm not a villain. I don't do stuff like that. Even though you said out of your own mouth that you got dirt on everybody." Okay, like I said, he's trying to clean up his brand because he doesn't want to lose it all. But anyway, let's continue.
That's what I will continue to do. And if I don't, please fucking remember me. Now, I know that I've had a very hard time doing that in the past, and that will not be happening again. Now, did I mix myself up in drama? Did I speak on things I shouldn't have speak on? Of course I did. Did I believe certain things instead of asking the source? Did I get caught up in the hype? Did I do dumb shit? And did I not just simply call James Charles and ask questions myself? 100%. And that is my fault. I would like to personally apologize to James Charles for the words that I've said and for my actions. If I was really close with someone, I should have had the ability to just simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me. Instead, I didn't. I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes, and I really fell for a lot of things, and I got caught up in the hype. It's just
no, he didn't get caught up in no hype. He was the one doing the hyping up about James Charles. Like I said, I truly believe, and a lot of other people do, that he is jealous of that young boy, okay, because he got more shine than Jeffree Starr got. Do you see what I'm saying? So Jeffree Starr, what he did was go from platform to platform, podcast to podcast, pouring salt on James Charles' name, and he also had some kind of audio, some kind of voicemail that he was shopping around saying, I can prove that, you know, he's done all these derogatory things. You know, he's assaulted or tried to allegedly assault all these men and stuff, because here go the voicemail to prove it. Now, who knows if that's actually an authentic voicemail or not, because James Charles is real messy and he's tried to destroy a lot of people's platforms, including Jackie Aina's platforms, a couple of times. So here's the one that put out in the atmosphere all this drama, and now he's trying to say he let people gas him up. No, here's the one with all the flying monkeys. Okay, he the one that's doing all the gassing up and starting all the drama. But anyway, let's continue.
It's awful, and none of it should have happened. So, James, I'm truly sorry for my actions and my behavior. 2020 has been very tumultuous for a lot of us. It has been a very crazy year, and I think that James and myself and anyone involved would agree with me that there are way bigger issues happening on this planet. I know that some people may, Jeffree, you're just saying this as a distraction. Jeffree, no, reality is here, and makeup, drama, and beauty, community, gossip, and tea, it may be entertainment for you. And it used to be for me, but it's my life and it's their lives. And right now, outside of our walls, our world is falling apart. And it's truly shocking. So I'm not going to give you an expose of the beauty community. I'm not going to end anyone today. I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I've never committed a crime before, and I've never been to jail. It's been hard to process a lot of what is being said, but involving this situation, I would just like to say that, James Charles, I'm very sorry. Anything else that you guys want to know, it will never be spoken about. You can ask other people. I, just like last year, have fully removed myself. And did I get swept up into the bullshit again? Of course I did. And for that, I'm forever embarrassed of. Now, Breonna Taylor still has no justice. Black trans women are being murdered every day, and the news is silent. Elijah McClain has no justice, and the countless other people who are murdered every single day when everyone just goes about their business like nothing's happening. And I think that drama and the beauty world, which
did y'all hear that? Now, how disingenuous was that? Now, knowing the history of Jeffree Starr, okay, he is doing the same thing that YouTube and a whole lot of other companies did, was jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon when it was trending, and it is still trending somewhat. So this is his way of deflecting all of the racist things that have come out and other things that have come out against him. He is not sorry. He does not care about Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, or anybody else that is black in the black community. Okay, and he has proven that over and over again. Do you see what I'm saying? And so anyway, let me play a little bit more, child. But that was a major deflection. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Child. Yeah, he tried to align himself with the whole justice for Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, and everything else. Do you see what I'm saying? But like I said, Jackie Aina has a response for all of this effery, all of this fakery that's coming out of this fool's mouth. So let's listen to a little bit of it, because I want y'all to hear him start after he done did all of this what is supposed to be a heartfelt apology. He goes on to promote a palette that he's got, some new products that he has coming out in August, which is why I said this was not an apology video, because if it was an apology video, why would you promote your merchandise at the end of the freaking video? Like, who does that? But anyway, hold on, here we go.
I've definitely been a part of. It all has to stop. Now, 6 months ago, before COVID and everything hit our world, it was such a different place for all of us, and including myself. It's really time to reflect on the big picture. Now, Shane Dawson, he is one of my best friends and someone who helps me remember who I am when I was starting to crack and lose focus of who I really was. He is genuine, amazing, he is selfless, and he is one of the most kind people that I've ever met in my entire world. I know that Shane would put his family and friends before himself in a flash. Now, did Shane and I get caught up in the drama and do some dumb shit? Of course we did. But that is my best friend, and I was actually truly shocked that people thought that I was going to distance myself from him, or that my silence was anything but support. I know Shane from now. I don't know Shane from 10 years ago, and he doesn't know me from 10 years ago. Now, do I agree with Shane's past actions? Of course I don't. And does he agree with my past behavior? Of course he doesn't. I know the amazing person that he is today, and you don't abandon your...
So, so you've been silent for a couple of weeks about all the stuff that came out about Shane Dawson and all those, allegations against him and children and all this and all that. So you just now speaking up for your best friend, though? Oh, but he don't know me from 10 years ago, and I don't know him. And what I did 10 years ago, he doesn't support. And what he did 10 years ago, I don't support. Did y'all hear that? He whole flip mode and changed the same thing, right? But like I said, nobody's channel has been taken down. They're still being promoted. And you're right. And Breonna Taylor has nothing to do with all of this. Okay? This is simply a deflection. Okay? So anyway, honey, let's listen to a little bit more. I want y'all to hear the infomercial part. I just don't know where it is exactly in this thing. But honey, let's continue.
I know a lot of people have said, Jeffree, you've had a lot of tumultuous friendships in the beauty world. Yes, I 100% have. But in reality, I have a lot of amazing real people behind the scenes.
Now let me say what he mean by he has befriended a lot of people, a lot of these beauty gurus, only to stab them in the back. Okay, that's the only reason why he's saying that. Like I said, he's trying to clean up his brand because he's losing money. Okay, this is why he's doing all of this. Let's continue.
And I'm forever grateful for those people who always remind me of who I am, because lately I definitely was slipping. Now, what me and Shane accomplished together, business-wise, I hope that inspires anyone out there that wants to start a business, that is an entrepreneur, or who is afraid to get off their feet. Because remember, I used to be homeless and work at the mall. And I really just said, you know what? I want to create my own vision. And that's what I did. And he has always believed in me. All right, now, no matter what narrative anyone tries to spin of me, I am so fucking proud to own an inclusive makeup company. Since I opened my doors in 2014, I've created products for everyone. Any product.
He does not have an inclusive, company. Okay, just let me say that we know that this is being disingenuous. Okay, but let me read this. A-Class said, this is not a person I know about, but from what I am hearing, he has an excellent PR team. You're right about the A-Class, because I forgot to mention the fact that throughout this whole video, while he's talking about, I used to be homeless and working a mall, as he's sitting on his gold couch in his very beautiful home with the spiral staircase in the background in the big picture window. Okay, he looks like he's reading from a teleprompter. Okay, that's what he looks like he's reading from a teleprompter. So yes, I agree. He has a very good PR team, honey. And like I said, all of his millions of subscribers, they ain't going nowhere. He has a base of millions, which is why this whole apology is fixing to turn into a promotion for his new products that are coming out in August. But anyway, let's listen, child. Let's listen. Let me pull it back up, child.
Formula I've created has worked for any race.
Here's the commercial. This is the commercial part.
All beauty matters. And from the very first ad of my company, I have always shown people of color.
Now, why would he say all beauty matters? Yeah, this infomercial. Child.
And anyone, no matter what size your body are or what gender you are accepted in Jeffree Starr Cosmetics. I know a lot of people try to deter from my message, and sometimes I've deterred it myself through negativity and drama. But
for being racist,
I will always use my platform and my voice for good. Now, I remember when brands were making 10 concealers and 15 foundation shades, and they thought that was correct. I remember speaking up very loudly to my peers and other people in this industry saying that it was wrong, and I got a lot of shit for it. But I always stood up for what's right, and I always will.
Lies.
Huge corporations have stolen from small brands. I was the first one to speak up very loudly. Now, sometimes it can be misconstrued for drama or tea or being sarcastic, but the message was always that no, you have to do right in this industry. And that's what I'll always stand by. Now, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who has been supporting me, DMing me, messaging me, and just showing so much love. I know that sometimes it's not popular to be a fan of me, to be my friend, but it has been so much for all the ride or dies and the millions of people who have just been waiting for me to come back. Just know that it has been very important to actually self-reflect and not just grab my phone and say whatever I'm feeling in that moment. This has been me silent for a reason. I've been really, really working on myself. And I definitely was distracted. There's also been a lot of things going on in my personal life, which will never be excuses, and I'm not going to talk about them today. But just know that we're all human beings and we're all going through a lot.
Pity party.
What is next? You guys know Jeffree Starr Cosmetics will never be slowing down. And I'm so excited for everything that is coming for the rest of 2020. I know that the makeup world is changing, the beauty community is shifting, and COVID has transformed our entire world. But what's coming next is one of my most exciting projects ever, and I can't wait. August is going to be very exciting. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching and listening to my words, and thank you for allowing me to have time to articulate.
Child, did y'all hear that nonsense? Child, a whole infomercial, okay? Talking about the makeup world is changing and the this and this, but what's coming next for me in August? I'm thinking, no, he didn't. Child. Yes, all beauty matters, girl. That's what he said. That's what he said, Lady Tia. All beauty matter, like all life, what do they say? Like all life matters or whatever. All lives matter as opposed to the Black Lives Matter. Child, did you catch that? Honey. But anyway, I told y'all his apology was an infomercial because he's trying to save his brand. But YouTube loves him some Jeffree Starr, baby. Okay? No matter how racist or xenophobic or whatever he is, they love him, child. Okay? Him, Shane Dawson, and several others. What is that? Those young ones that always get in trouble. Oh, yeah, they get highly promoted. While you struggling, if you're a black content creator, honey, you are struggling, okay, on these YouTube streets. All right. And so anyway, I want y'all to hear that before I played for you guys what Jackie Aina's response was. Okay, because like I said, her and Jeffree Starr have been going back and forth for years. Okay, and the main argument that Jackie Aina has with Jeffree Starr is that he is a blatant racist. He is really an unapologetic racist. Okay, it's just that it's not cool to be a racist. At this point in time in this country, so that's why he's trying to walk it back. Because, like I said, he's lost one of his major brand endorsers, Morphe. He loved the Morphe cosmetics. Do you see what I'm saying? And they pretty much severed ties with Jeffree Starr behind all of this drama that has come out about him. But there is more tea coming out about him, and we're gonna play that McAvoy's video in a second. But first, let me try to pull up Jackie's. That's right, a big deflection. He trying to save his brain, lady. I guess he don't want to go back to working in a mall, child, or whatever. What? Yeah. Child, let me share my screen again. So, like I said, I hope this video play right. Okay, y'all know my thing be tripping, but we're gonna hear a little bit of what Jackie Aina has to say about this. And this Jackie Aina video, like I said, she doesn't say any names, but after you've heard what Jeffree Starr had to say in his apology / infomercial video, it will, make sense what it is that she's talking about when it comes to the beauty gurus and stuff, but she's not saying any names. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, let me try to share my screen and find that video. Where is it? Here we go. And I also like the fact that she's promoting Pat McGrath's cosmetics. We talked about Pat McGrath before. She is a black, very lucrative. She runs a very lucrative, world famous, company. She's a black woman, and Jackie Aina loves her, products. Do you see what I'm saying? And while this is trying to pop up, let me try to get this back on my phone so I can see what's going on the channel, child. Let me see. I hope I turned it down. I did. Okay, so it popped up. Okay, so we're going to try to play a little bit of that, a little bit of what Jackie has to say. Do you see what I'm saying? And like I said, she's doing her makeup because she's, talking about Pat McGrath's new collection and everything. So, but we're going to start right here. I don't want to play the whole thing because, mostly she's, that's right, Lady Till. We sipping the slow girl. Yes, I told you we had a lot to talk about, child, a lot, right? So let's see what Jackie Aina has to say in response to what Jeffree Starr had to say.
State of the beauty community right that is, because I just feel like it's kind of hard to not see the obvious while I blend out the rest.
Can y'all hear this? Hit the one if you can hear it.
Beauty is as exciting as it used to be. Well, I shouldn't say beauty, maybe just the YouTube beauty world. And this may seem like kind of minuscule to some of you who haven't really been as involved in the beauty community as I have been, but this is a big part of my livelihood, can I say upbringing? I mean, I'm 32, but I've been in this industry for over a decade now. Maybe I could say it's a part of my upbringing. So it kind of makes me sad. It kind of makes me sad to see the conversations that we've been having lately, to see that it's not really about the love of artistry anymore. It's not even about expressing yourself anymore. Nowadays, it's who can get called out next, who can get canceled next. And I'm just seeing the same conversations being regurgitated over and over again. It's I thought we've already canceled this person. I thought we've already, we've been through this. It's say your Pop-Tarts are ready. We've already done this. Toy Story 2, 3, and 4. I don't know, girl. Why did I even say that? I don't know. I feel like it's just getting boring. How when you hear the same things being said over and over again, you see the same people getting away with the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. As a Black creator, first of all, let me tell y'all, because I know y'all put me at the level of Oprah and Beyonce. I'm absolutely not. But as a Black creator, I feel really discouraged sometimes. I put in more on my channel and I get less in return, which is fine. I still love what I do. That's why I've been in this industry for so long. After a while, it does kind of get to you. It wears on you. I'm not going to lie. And by that, I mean, it is incredibly hard to stay encouraged in an industry where you see literal bad behavior being rewarded over and over and over again. And that there's never going to be an ounce of room for error when you're a Black creator yourself. I don't care what you say. I don't care what industry you're in. That would be tiring for literally anybody. I guess the best way that I can make this more relatable to all of you is we all Every single one of us at some point has had a job that maybe we weren't that crazy about, or we had an employee that we saw getting away with literally everything, including murder, like everything under the sun. And we've all worked at jobs where someone got rewarded for less, or someone took credit for the work that we've done. Did you quit your job the next day? Probably not. I just want y'all to know that it's just too much sometimes. I would love to see a shift in the community. I would just love to see a little bit more authenticity. I'm seeing a lot of like Black Lives Matter statements from people who don't actually care about Black lives, like outside of a hashtag. Like how do you put that into action? Black Lives Matter is not just simply posting a hashtag. I'm tired of people saying, to beauty influencers, well, what does that have to do? Like, if somebody calls that out, they'll say, well, that has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Then you don't know what Black Lives Matter means. You don't know what Black Lives Matter means, and you're telling on yourself. So many people, I think, have really showed their true, authentic colors, because I'm just seeing a lot of people who were so quick to like get on their platforms and like do enough to like not get dragged for not talking about the obvious issues, but like 365 days a year, you're not doing the work to actually prove that Black Lives Matters. And I just don't know what else to say about that there, but that's how I feel about that there. You're probably going to see me doing a lot less codes this year. I've actually kind of slowly stopped promoting some of my codes here and there. I mean, I've also stopped uploading, so. Oops, sorry. I will probably
Since we're all stuck at home, what better way to quarantine than with one of my favorite things? Food! Duh! Ooh, Texas.
Mingle with a lot less people this year too, even though I was already doing that. And you know what? I want to talk about something. I hate when people, why don't you ever keep the same energy for your racist friends? First of all, I don't have any racist friends. I don't have any racist friends. The people that you think are my friends are not my friends. Like I knew some of y'all was on one when y'all started saying I was friends with Kim K. Y'all saw me at one event though. What do y'all think friendship means? Like, get off the computer. Get off the computer, please. Just because I go to events with people, just because I'm photographing people, it does absolutely not mean I'm friends with them. So I need people to literally get that out of your heads ASAPidly. I don't talk about everybody all the time. I don't want to, because then y'all already call me a big mouth. So why would you then put? It's just stupid. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. I said all that to say you're just not really going to see me putting myself out there like that anymore, because I still enjoy, for the most part, like what's left in the beauty community. I kind of want to like hold on to that and savor that. And a part of that is, I think, just distancing myself from some things and people and companies and brands, working on my own things too. So it just is what it is. Okay, now that I've rambled and pretended to blend the same spot of my eyes for the past 20 minutes, I'm going to go for the fuchsia. The fuchsia here is a shimmer texture. This one here, I'm going to moisturize her and apply that on my lip. Is this shifting? I was like, girl, don't tell me this is a duochrome with green in it. I was really tripping. The girl said, let there be pink. So I
Okay, I'm going to try to fast forward it a little bit, guys, because she says some more. Also,
no. So I'm just going to plop.
Let's see here if I can fast forward it a little bit for you guys.
Gorgeous.
Right about here.
Pattern. How many times am I going to say?
Hold on a minute. I think it's like 20-something minutes into the video when she goes in again. Yeah, she says what she said, Lady T. I know that's right, girl. I'm trying to fast forward it a little bit, child. I don't know what it's gonna do here now. Is it gonna play? Child, this. Ooh, what we doing?
Why? Why?
Hold on a minute.
Sometimes swiping really does make like a lot of points.
Hold on.
And in
I
this
guess
case,
it's
I think
far
you're
enough.
making more of those points than anything.
Because like I said, this is her doing her makeup. Okay, guys, so bear with me.
Sucked. Then you kind of had to pat and build.
So 20 minutes into it. Let's see. She gonna go in again.
On the Mardi Gras real quick. So instead, I'm gonna go with the champagne color instead. I miss Essence.
Hold on a minute.
I love Essence Fest. That's what that just reminded me of.
Hold on.
I don't know when I'm gonna.
Was it 22? Oh, let me see. Let's start about right here. Sorry about this, guys. I don't want y'all to have to.
I think they mesh well with glosses. I think Pat's other cream formula lipsticks were great with glosses on top, but it's something
Let's
about
start
this,
right here and see what she's
it's something
saying.
about this super matte formula.
So I don't want y'all to miss
standalone
this last
product.
part.
So I'm not gonna wear both. I'm just gonna wear gloss instead. And because I feel like this is the only gloss that would like have enough color to like mesh well with this look.
I like her colors, by the way.
Let me just see what the liner looks like.
I like the makeup. I like the Pat McGrath colors, by the way. Just on the side note.
My comfort zone is brown.
Chill.
Nudes. Now this is the Divine Rose gloss. I'm going in.
Hold on, y'all. Be patient. Like she is a makeup guru.
She gets it right every time. Yeah, I really could have lived without this pencil liner. I really could have. I would use that as.
I really like those colors. Do you like those colors, Brandy? I like those colors on her skin.
Somebody who is the leader of the two-tone lips committee, it's just not my lifestyle. You know, like it's just not me. I respect it, but it ain't me. This completely changed the way this gloss.
Oh, y'all be patient.
If I would have just worn either a different.
She ready to start talking again.
Or if I worn it by itself. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I like it. It's cute. It is definitely flattering. It's just not a favorite of mine. What do I think of the beauty community? It's trash. Sorry, I mean the collection. First of all, thanks for hanging out on today's video. I really enjoyed like venting and like I kind of feel like it's hard not to talk about what's going on. It's like the elephant. Why am I not wearing blush?
Oh, y'all should test to deflect.
I welcome and invite you now to my table.
What is the deal with this?
Everything that I could find at the grocery that is red. We're gonna cross.
No, you didn't.
I'm still looking at the beauty community is trash. It's not trash by far, at least not my Explore page. And by the way, here's a tip for everybody who is really frustrated at the algorithm. Yes, there's a lot of bias in who get.
Pay attention to this part, y'all.
There's a lot of bias with what gets featured the most on YouTube. Make no mistake, I believe it's intentional. I do. I believe it's intentional. I believe that you have to have a certain skin color to make it on YouTube. I do feel that way. Don't be fooled by the fact that I have 3.4 million subscribers. Like, I'm the exception to the rule. And like, yeah, I make great content, but there's absolutely no reason why there are not more people who sit at the same table as me. There's just it just doesn't make any sense. The only logical sense is that that's intentional. And that's the only thing I could say. But anyway, the beauty community is not trash. Just a little tip. If you have a really hard time finding similar influencers to myself, you know, people who are black or dark skin or who just, you know, talk about the things that I like to talk about in my videos. The problem is, a part of the problem, aside from the bias I was just talking about earlier, but if you aren't actively engaging with my content, commenting, reading my videos, then you're probably less likely to see them. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, sometimes I end up unsubscribed. It's not intentional. It's like YouTube doing it for me. It's unfortunate and it's annoying. So there's also that. But for me, like, I log onto YouTube and I see everything that I want to see because I spend so much time on the platform. I am like the algorithm's like wildest dream, or maybe it's because I have so many. Maybe YouTube perfects it because I have followers. I don't know, but I know that it's the same thing for my Instagram. My Instagram timeline is the Explore page. Top tier. I have crafted the things that I want to see. So when I log into the app, I see what I want to see. So for everybody who keeps saying well, the community is toxic, blah, blah, it is. You're not wrong. But unfortunately, that just makes up the top 1% of YouTube. So with that said, if you want to see everybody else, start actively watching them. There's just no reason why every other week when someone gets canceled, it's like, oh, tag black YouTubers, I can start following. Why are y'all still doing that in 2020? We've been on YouTube for like over a decade. Why are we reactively looking for people to support? We should be proactively doing that. You should be always looking out for the Nemas of the world, the Style by J. Marie's. I love Black femininity TV. I don't even watch just beauty. I watch so many genres. But the problem is people just like say they want to watch Black YouTubers, but they don't actually do it. I know that's not the case for everyone, but I'm just saying. If you want a better Explore page, then you kind of have to work at it. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You have to watch the content. You have to subscribe, engage. YouTube like listens. If you feed it, it will listen. Now, again, I know it's rigged. I do know it's rigged by default. You're not going to see creators like me by default. But once you start putting some oil in that machine and fine tuning it, trust me, you'll see more of what you like. As far as the collection, the point of this video, I think it's beautiful. I think it is Pat's perfection. Just you already know what time it is. Like what else? What else is there to say? I think both palettes are absolutely wearable.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there. I thought it was very interesting what she was saying about YouTube. I hope you guys caught all that. She was talking about how shady YouTube is, how shady the algorithm is, and I do what she does now. And also she mentioned somebody by the name of Black Femininity TV. I watch Black Femininity TV as well. Honey, that little girl be spilling the tea on the Kardashians, honey. She be exposing the heck out of them for their racist ways. And if you want to see more Black content creators, you actively have to seek them out because the algorithm is not for you. Okay? And I want you guys to hear that last little part because what she was speaking about is a little bit of what how YouTube treats Black content creators. That is what I was talking about at the top of the video. Okay, and it's real shady the way they treat us Black content creators. Like I said, they are actively sabotaging my channel. I know they are. It's nothing I can do about it. But it will be nice that, and I feel like if enough content creators speak up about this, you know, they will start treating us in a more equal manner. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, it may or may not change anything because it's a private run company, and you can say, and they can, you know, I'm assuming their thinking is, if you don't like it, just leave or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's unfortunate because Black content creators make YouTube a lot of revenue, and for us not to be treated equally is insane. You know, when you get somebody with such a large following like Jackie Aina, you know, pretty much co-signing what it is that I said at the top of the video, it really has to make you stop and think. You know, especially if you are a Black content creator, or even if you are thinking about creating your channel, how hard it is to get YouTube to put your videos out there, or even your notifications. She also spoke about how YouTube, you know, unsubscribes people from her channel. It does the same thing to me. It's like they're trying to sabotage your channel, and it's just like not cool, you know. And I spoke about how they're trying to sabotage me at the top of the video, and I want y'all guys to hear that. Like I said, just because she was basically co-signing what I said, or I was co-signing what she said because she's been on it longer. But you know, people know what's going on with these channels, okay? And a lot of Black content creators are even you know, scared to speak up about it. But if you don't speak up about it, if you don't bring it to people's attention, nothing is ever going to change. And even many people like Jackie Aina have brought it to people's attention and YouTube's attention that we know what's going on, like we see what's going on. We read the analytics. That's why they're there. Do you see what I'm saying? Nothing has changed so far, but you know, these people are speaking up about it. You know what I mean? And so anyway, let's get to some more tea, honey, because we've been on here. We're going on almost 2 hours again, but I told you guys we had a lot of tea to spill in this video. Okay, so the last video I believe that I want to show you guys is from a content creator by the name of Liam McAvoy, right? So I'm gonna share the screen again. The reason I want to share this video with y'all is because we were talking about Jeffree Starr earlier, right? And all the ratchet stuff that he has done over the years, to the point to where it's so much stuff being exposed about him, so much tea that is being spilled about him, to where it is finally affecting his brand. Now, I don't think it's affecting his channel, but he has lost a couple of thousand subscribers. But, you know, he got his core subscribers and they ain't going nowhere. You know, they come at you if you say anything other than singing Jeffree Starr's praises or whatever. I think YouTube even tries to, you know, chastise people for speaking out against Jeffree Starr. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just straight facts. But anyway, I found this very, very, very tea-filled video from this content creator, and I'm going to share a little bit of his video with you guys out, you know, as well. Okay, it's a long video, but it's so much tea in this video, and it's a twofer video because, like I said, I am glad that he explained cancel culture to me in particular. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm all down for a video that is very articulate and is very informative, as well as very much filled with a whole lot of tea that I have never heard of before, honey. Okay, especially pertaining to somebody like Jeffree Starr. Cause baby, let me share this screen so y'all can hear this video, child. Okay. And thanks for sticking with me, guys. If you still on it, child, but you know, sometimes it just be so much to talk about. I'll be like, well, let me go on and get it over with. Okay, let me put it all out there at one time because I can't be doing 11 videos, child. Okay. So anyway, let me try to hey Tanya, by the way. Hey Snazzy Girl, I see Snazzy Girl coming too. Hey y'all. So let me share this and Snazzy Girl and Tiny, y'all missed a whole lot of this video. If you just now logging on, please go back and listen to the replay because it's a lot of information in this video. Okay. And so let me find it. Yeah. The title of this video is titled, while I pull it up, is titled The Hidden Allegations Against Jeffree Starr and Analysis. Okay, I'm trying, honey, bye. Honey. Anyway, here we go. Let me try to share the screen, child. Okay. And another reason why I am talking about this Jeffree Star situation in particular is because of the way that Black content creators are held to a different standard on YouTube than some of these people like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and all of them over there. Okay. Because like I said, all content creators are not treated equally. All right. So anyway. So yeah. Oh, okay, thank you, Snazzy Girl. So this is, his name is Liam McAvoy. Found this video when I was, trying to find out some more information about Jeffree Star, and then I ran upon this video. This video was posted on June 12th. Okay, and it's very interesting. So y'all take a listen. Okay, so we gonna play it. And let me also say this. He has a disclaimer on here. It says that this video could not be monetized due to the sensitive topics. So I figured out another way to give back. How it works, something, right? So he's saying they didn't monetize this video because he's saying a lot of stuff on here. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I have had videos that have been placed up under an age-restricted video for far less than what he's saying on this video. Okay, this video is not up under an age restriction. Okay, but like I said, I have, and when they place your video, you place it, and sometimes YouTube will place it under age restriction. It is absolutely not monetized, so he's not lying about that. But his video is not up under an age restriction, and I have age restricted videos for less than some of the stuff that he's saying on here. Okay, but like I said, our content creators, honey, they ain't treated equal. All right, so this video has already garnered over 1 million views because it has a lot of tea about Jeffree Star in this video and some other people as well. And I also went and found some videos about one of the people, this Davi Vanity person. Scandalous, okay? Scandalous. I'd be like, oh my God, these people are very popular on YouTube. And they doing all this. Child, they breaking all kind of YouTube community standard code of conduct or whatever. They still pop. Anyway, let me play the video. Child, here we go.
Some emails from people who had actually worked with Jeffree Star before or was around him during his MySpace era, all wanting to share little bits of information. In his interview with both Chris Henson and Davi, he blatantly lied. Some of Jeffree Star's victims confirmed.
Because I have dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
Is this the dirt he was talking about? This website is no longer up and available because it was actually taken down by the FBI. Girl, this is some serious shit. What does all this actually mean? Alright, hi fairies. So this video is going to be a follow-up to my first video about Jeffree Starr.
Oh Lord, again.
So that video kind of popped off.
Jesus Christ.
It originally just started out as a small little project I wanted to share with you, but a lot of people seem to like it and find it really informative. But one of the biggest critiques of that video was what was the purpose of it?
You did this for what?
A lot of people were wondering what's the point of a video like this, and I kind of agree. I honestly really don't fucking know what the point of that video was, but it really started to get me thinking, because I don't really like doing drama or tea videos, but I don't mind doing commentary videos. I ended up getting hundreds of DMs and even some emails from people who had actually like worked with Jeffree Starr before or was around him during his MySpace era, all wanting to share like little bits of information. And I know that's hot tea and exclusive receipts.
Very good tea.
And I could easily just spill all the beans to you, but it made me wonder, what more could I be doing and how can I separate myself from drama and tea channels? And then while I was shitting, like yesterday at 5 o'clock, I just remembered I'm minoring in anthropology, but within my anthropology courses, I had to write something called an ethnography. I had to write multiple of them. So an ethnography is a scholarly summary description as well as theory of a cultural practice. Etho in the name stands for ethnic. And I've done quite a few of those. I usually do them on Latin American culture. Like one of my personal favorites is my one I did on Day of the Dead. But a big part of ethnographies is the field work. It's the actual research phase. It's not just a speculative essay. You also have to describe something and give facts and observations. So I thought to myself, why don't I use the exclusive tea and receipts I got, as well as my presence here on the platform, to create an ethnography for the Starr family and that part of the internet, the culture of that part of the internet. I wish I was taking an anthro class this semester, because girl, I would have gotten an A on this final. Look at all the research I did. I'm just taking bio and astronomy this semester, so rats. This video is going to be structured like a typical ethnography essay, which means the first part is going to be the fieldwork phase. That's the part with the description, observations, and factual evidence. So if you're just here for the tea, don't you worry, girl, you're gonna get it straight up. But once we've laid out things I'm going to reference later on, I will then go into an analysis of his community, as well as an analysis of cancel culture itself, all while doing my makeup, because I have to make this gay somehow.
Oh, what you said, queen?
So let's get started.
My pussy smells like cat food.
So after the first video, I received a tip from a person that wishes to remain anonymous.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
And the story begins with a website called isanyoneup.com. Now, Is Anyone Up was actually a revenge porn website, which means users would anonymously upload pornographic videos and images of basically people they didn't like. So if your ex cheats on you, you upload his dick pic there.
It's what she deserves.
Now, this website is no longer up and available because it was actually taken down by the FBI, girl. This is some serious shit. But while it was up, it was very popular amongst the kind of scene emo rocker thing. Basically what Jeffree Starr was involved with back then. So in this video, just like the last one, we're going to be using the Wayback Machine. So I was originally sent a link to what appeared to be a blog post on Is Anyone Up, which is strange because most of the time it's just like a porn video, you know. So this blog was posted on May 22nd, 2011, and it is called Some of Jeffree Starr's Victims Confirmed.
Hold up, partner.
Okay, now that we have that out of the way, basically this blog post just contains a bunch of pictures of people. I have no idea who they are.
I don't know who this man is.
But the comments of this blog post is what is really interesting to me. Even though he wasn't hugely relevant back then, if his allegations weren't true, a lot of the comments would say, hey, this isn't true. You know, because this was a publicly accessible forum. So if it wasn't true, people would be saying it's not true in the comments. In fact, a majority of them are saying shit like, oh yes, Jeffree, get that straight guy dick.
Sucking dick and cock.
Just some faggot shit like that. I need to watch my mouth. This is scholarly material.
Sure, Jan.
Most of the comments are just kind of funny and cute to read, but some of them are actually suggestive of a much more darker scenario going on.
Why don't we all take a look?
The comment made by Shark Baits on May 22nd, 2011 reads, anyone that's fucked Jeffree is gross, forced or not. Dude lady's a complete whore in the worst sense possible. But I wouldn't doubt if those rumors about Jeffree taking advantage of people are true.
Wait a damn minute.
Another comment made by I'm the Bitch on the same day reads, Jeffree gets guys drunk and takes advantage of them. He's even tried to rape some people. So yeah, victims would definitely be a good choice of words for this.
This is crazy.
And then the comment below that made by Shit Son says, proof Question mark. Then I'm the bitch replies, supposedly one time he had some e-celeb guy come out to Cali and stay with him. When he wouldn't hook up with him after Jeffree kept trying, he kicked him out. Now this is well over a year or two ago, so no, I'm sorry, I don't have proof from what I've been told by other people that know him. I don't keep little files on my computer of people just in case. You can believe me or not. I really don't give a fuck, haha. So if you want proof about Jeffree Starr's involvement with this website, then I'm happy to oblige. There are tweets from Jeffree Starr's own Twitter, the one he still uses today, in which he @ is anyone up. And it wasn't just Jeffree being a user of this website. He would also upload videos of people without their consent. A tweet made on December 3rd, 2010 says, I have about 5 pages of band guy nudes for you. @ is anyone up? We got you. So right there, he quite literally admits to uploading these pictures of people. And another tweet he made on March 16th, 2011, he's replying to Frank Musket. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is, but it's Jeffree Starr's Twitter replying to one of his posts saying bad boy with a link to Is Anyone Up? Now, like I said before, Is Anyone Up is no longer available. It got taken down by the motherfucking FBI. But when you plug this link into the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive, the video isn't there, but it's basically like everything except the video. Like you can see all the information about the post. And it was posted on the same day, March 16, 2011, that Jeffree's tweet was made. Given that, it's highly likely that Jeffree uploaded this video himself, as it was posted on the same day he added the guy on Twitter. Now, if you're wondering what he could possibly gain by doing this, I don't blame you because I was wondering that too. So I began to look for an answer. Why would Jeffree Starr upload pictures of straight men? Some of them are even of them having sex.
I am disgusted.
I'm not going to post the full picture on YouTube because it's porn, but it really made me think, why would he do this?
What was the reason?
So I began searching for an answer, and I stumbled across this Snapchat from him.
Because I have dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
This bronze is really orange. Anyway, so watching that Snapchat with this new information in mind, I kind of connected the dots in my head. Is this the dirt he was talking about?
Because I have dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
Hi, rapist. Hi, how are ya?
Basically saying, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to post your porn. Or even worse, I'm going to post the porn of us. So people are going to think, you know, you're gay. But the story about Jeffree's involvement with this website doesn't end there. Now, the founder and owner of this website is named Hunter Moore. The story about the fall of his empire goes like this. According to Wikipedia, one of the mother-in-laws of one of the victims of this website spent about a year gathering information about the website and its creators, to which she eventually forwarded to the FBI. The FBI later took over the investigation, and Hunter Moore and a few other people were found guilty. Hunter Moore was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but only served 2. Now, Hunter Moore actually released an autobiography about kind of the story of Is Anyone Up and like him going to fucking prison or something. The book is called Is Anyone Up? The Story of Revenge Porn. It was released in 2018. Now, in this book, he actually accuses Jeffree Starr of some pretty heavy things. This book mysteriously vanished off of the virtual shelves of Amazon. There was an ebook available, but they're no longer selling the ebook for some apparent reason. Now, I did manage to find screenshots of the part I'm going to talk about in a YouTuber called Sloane's YouTube video.
Shout out to her.
So this is a passage from Hunter Moore's book. Right now, there's all this drama with those beauty YouTube critics. My girlfriend is obsessed with them, and I love drama, so I low-key keep up with it. Anyways, this is awesome because I've known Jeffree for a long time. He's like a cockroach with internet fame.
Roaches!
Just jumping from one ship to the next. He can be successful at anything he gets into because he looks fucking weird. He's a pussy little drag queen with tattoos and acts like he's black, even though he hates black people, but I guess that's old news at this point. I met that drag queen when I was barely 18. Oh yeah, one more thing is this guy's clearly homophobic.
Leave the gays alone.
And the way he writes is giving me Bella Throne vibes. Skipping ahead to a different paragraph. Jeffree randomly gets up and goes to his room, and then I hear Hunter, come here, I want to show you something.
Dude, come here?
I am like, what the fuck? I get up and go to his room. This dude's room is super pink and white with hella stuffed animals on the bed. He goes, come here and sit on the bed. I walk over to it with a beer, like sort of like laughing, like, I'm sorry you guys, at this point I'm not too sure if it's my dyslexia or his. Like sort of like laughing, like, this is fucking weird. This is a grown-ass man with a pink room and stuffed animals. No. Anyways, is he acts like he is going to like come near me, but he puts his hand under his super gay pink pillowcase and pulls out this huge fucking butcher knife. Nani? I get up and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And gets up off the bed. He goes, don't be scared. I just want to suck your dick. Why won't you let me suck your dick? Are you scared? He puts his hand out and is coming towards me. In my head, I think this is a joke, so I'm like, and he had shut the door earlier when I walked in. So I get pushed up next to the door. Once he has me up against the door, he goes, why won't you let me suck your dick? And hits the door next to my head hard as his little gay arms can swing that butcher knife. Like a scene from The Shining, kind of, a super gay and not an axe.
Hi, how are ya?
He does it again and again. I am low-key freaking out, but laughing, you know. And then Damie from The Millionaires comes in the room and goes all laughing and shit like I'm not about to be murdered. OMG, what are you guys doing? I was like, dude, he's mad. I won't let him suck my dick and he's trying to kill me. He's all motherfucker. I knocked out a dude 10 times bigger than you at the club last night, and then prances to his other pillow to pull out a taser and starts acting like he's gonna hit me with it. I throw the beer down and I told him, your little faggot ass wants to try and hit me with that. I'm knocking you the fuck out. I knew he didn't want to try me and get embarrassed in front of all his stuffed animals. You know, skipping ahead to another paragraph. He would try and rip and get too touchy. I'd have to get mad. Well, I won't say his name because he's pretty famous now, but another dude I lived with wanted to be famous so bad. Jeffree pulled the butcher knife out on him and basically ripped him with the butcher knife to his throat, and he did it to his friends a few weeks ago. I don't know, I mean, being a racist drag queen is bad enough, but when you're out here ripping straight dudes with a butcher knife and they usually let you do it for some sort of clout for their band, I don't know, man, you got some shit sort of fucked up.
This is crazy.
Okay, a lot to unpack. On Twitter, Jeffree actually has a lot of sexual tweets adding, is anyone up, presumably Hunter Moore. So this kind of confirms their interaction to be at least a little bit sexual. It's not my job to accuse Jeffree Starr of anything. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just putting out there what is in this book that got taken down. For scholarly purposes, of course. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up in my notes is the potential connection this all has to Davi. Now, those of you that don't know, Davi was one of Jeffree Starr's people he made music with or whatever. There's this whole big kind of discussion about it right now because there are literally tens of girls coming forth saying Davi did weird things to them when they were literally 11. It's really sick and disgusting. Oh shit, I forgot I'm doing my makeup. So Jeffree Starr recently did an interview with Chris Henson, the How to Catch a Predator guy, and I talked about this in the last video as well because Jeffree was very close to Davi. I'm not going to get into that too much because I addressed it in the last video. Now, basically in that interview, Jeffree said he didn't know anything. This is definitely strange or unlike him because he has literally admitted to strategically holding information about other people in order to later exploit it if he needs to threaten or blackmail them.
Because I have dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
So it's definitely interesting to hear him say that he has dirt on everyone, yet a person that he was around so often back in the day who would literally hang out with 11-year-olds backstage. He doesn't know anything when he claims to know so much about other people. Interesting. The fact that Jeffree Starr says he doesn't know anything has caused a lot of people to speculate. A lot of people are speculating the reason why Jeffree isn't really being helpful in this investigation or saying anything about him is because Davi has things to say about Jeffree. Now, I'm not accusing Jeffree Starr of anything, but I did find a tweet that someone made back in 2013. It reads, at Hunter Moore, which is the guy whose book I just read to you, lol, at Jeffree Starr still has me blocked for posting those pictures of him hooking up with a 14-year-old fan on Warped Tour. Girl.
This is crazy.
And I'm not accusing Jeffree Starr of anything, but all I gotta say is birds of a feather flock together. I don't really have any creepy friends because I'm not a creepy person.
She's got a point.
I'm not accusing him, but I'm acknowledging the fact that he has never publicly denied or defended himself against this allegation. And this entire situation was exacerbated and made worse by the fact that the entire Chris Henson interview was just an attempt by Jeffree Starr to wash his hands of the entire situation. Now, the last little morsel of tea I'd like to share with you comes from a person that DM'd me named Jocelyn. So Jocelyn previously went by Carmen, and she actually opened for Blood on the Dance Floor back in 2014. So she had close contact with these people, including Jeffree. Now, this is the only thing within this video you won't be able to publicly verify yourself, but I'll put all the screenshots on the screen. She gave me full permission to share it with you. So back in 2013, I was hired into a band that was a frequent opener for Blood on the Dance Floor. And after I began getting all these interconnections with people who knew Jeffree, Davi, and Jay on both a professional and personal level. This was all pre-JSC, Jeffree Star Cosmetics era, so Jeffree was still very much underground. Well, in his interview with both Chris Henson and Davi, he blatantly lied and said he made the last song and washed his hands of them, which is not true at all.
The tea is exceptionally good today.
Leading up to July 1st, which was the only date I opened for them, there was a ton of planning behind the scenes as any tour has. And I had a lot of people show me emails as well as voice conversations that Jeffree Star was initially planning to go back on tour with them for the 2014 Bitchcraft tour. It was a common tradition and pattern they did together where they would collab and then tour. So last minute, he backed out because the Damien story began gaining traction, and Jeffree wanted to cover his ass and jump train. He talked about how they never hardly hung out, which was also very untrue. Jay also lied about their relationship because it was a well-known fact they were very close back in the day. I sadly don't have much more receipts than that, but I am an eyewitness to all of these things and really think people need to focus on this topic more than anything because it is a pure act of evil how he handled Damien. So she is referring to Damien Lionheart, one of Davi's previous victims. They went to him for help. He promised they would back them up and then later turned on them, working with their abuser again, as well as adding onto their trauma by mocking them on Twitter by saying things like, girl, you done goofed. So there's a very infamous video. It's actually a meme video that went viral a while ago. At the time Damien was 11, they basically went on camera and they were crying when they started to accuse Davi of some of these things. She was bullied at her school and on the internet to the point where she filmed a breakdown. And her father basically appears in the background of the video at one point and says, you done goofed, to like the people that were making fun of her. Now Jeffree actually mocked her in a tweet by saying, girl, you done goofed.
Now that's bullying. Did you see that?
I would have fans tell me how rude and inappropriate Jeffree would be towards male fans back in the day. And they would always say to me, oh my god, you're like him, but actually nice. And it would always make the red flags go up in my head. There's even a video of him still on YouTube of him straight up grabbing a man's crotch with no permission and pretty much sexually assaulting him in broad public.
I knew it was vague.
All these things connect, and why more people aren't talking about this, I will never understand. So that was an exclusive personal testimony from a person that opened for Blood on the Dance Floor in 2014.
Very good tea.
So that's pretty much all of the tea and all of the field work, everything I've collected. Now let's actually get into the core of this video. What does all this actually mean? While I was writing my notes for this video, I thought of the term internet archaeology. Now, I love that.
Let me pause right here for a minute, okay? Now, did y'all hear all of that? Did y'all get that tea? Honey, what is really going on with these YouTubers? It is crazy. And like I said, Black content creators don't do half as much as they do. It is, but they are still promoted, okay? Uplifted, make millions of dollars off of ad revenue, get brand endorsements, and you got all this stuff going on in the back, okay? Now, y'all probably don't want to hear the definition of cancel culture or whatever, but I really liked this video. It's very thorough. But if y'all want to hear what he got to say about cancel culture, because he explained it to me, and I get it, okay? Like, this very video is very articulate and very thought-provoking, in my opinion, because, honey, some of that stuff I had never heard of because I am not in the guru community, and pretty much all the people I watch on YouTube are Black, and so, but the sheer level of dysfunction that go on with these people, all these accusations, and like I said, y'all heard all that stuff that he said about, this McAvoy said about Jeffree Star. Well, those are the same things. Sure don't, Miss Snazzy Girl ain't got nothing on the beauty sector. I done said that before. You are right about that, right? They don't, child, it's the truth, right? But out of the things, some of the things that he was trying to say that James Charles was going around doing to straight men in particular, putting them in these precarious situations. Did y'all hear the part about the Jeffree Star pulling out the knife up under the pillow, child? I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. But, honey, child. But anyway, y'all hit the one if y'all want to hear what he got to say about the cancel culture, the way that he breaks it down. Do you see what I'm saying? Or you can go to his, they sure are A-class. My mouth was wide open the first time I heard it, and it was wide open just then again, okay? And I love the ad-libs, too. I think Lady Tia said she liked the ad-libs. I do, too. It's funny, okay? But that was a lot of tea to ingest, okay? I'm just saying. So hit the one if you want to hear what he got to say about cancel culture. But just let me say, that sound good, Cloud. But just let me say, I'm going to put the links to these videos in the description box so that you guys can go check out everybody's channel. It's just like a lot going on. I know that we have discussed a lot. So y'all don't want to hear what he said about cancel culture? Okay, well then we're gonna stop it right here. Do you see what I'm saying? The video is 36 minutes long, and we were only into 17 minutes of it. You'll check him out. About to pick up the kiddos up from my mom. Okay, Lady Tia, have a good night, babe. Thanks for staying on listening to me as long as you could. Okay. His video is good, A-class. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me take his video off the screen. Like I said, if you want to finish the rest of it, because we listened to You Have a Wonderful Monday too, Lady Tia, the rest of it. And if y'all want to finish the rest of his video, which is very good when he starts talking about cancel culture, and he's also spilling some more tea about Jeffree Starr and a lot of his fan base, a lot of his young fan base. He was saying that allegedly some of the teenagers that follow Jeffree Starr actually carved Jeffree Starr's name in their arm with a knife, and he gets a big kick out of that, and he wants them to send them, allegedly wants them to send him photos after they have carved his name into their arms and stuff like that. It's a lot going on with that Jeffree Starr cat. Okay, but like I said, I put the link to this video in the description box if you guys want to go back and check it out, because he really is spilling some more tea when he starts talking about the cancel culture, especially in reference to Jeffree Starr. Okay, so child, something about Tamar's story ain't sitting right with you. Well, like I said, I heard a little thing about Tamar supposed to have made a response to WeTV. You know what I'm saying, that they made her spill her own tea or something like that. And I couldn't find no audio or video or a post. And I went to her Instagram page and I didn't see anything on there. But you know, I seen it going down my timeline. Do you see what I'm saying? But I couldn't find any proof of it. But if something pops up, you know what I mean, I'll let you guys know about that Tamar story, because I hadn't heard anything about the Tamar story since they were reporting that she was in the hospital. Do you see what I'm saying? But I did hear that little tidbit. I seen it going across my screen just before I went live, and I couldn't find a receipt on it. So you know what I mean? I didn't say anything about it, but if I find a receipt, you know what I mean, definitely I'll come back and tell you guys about it, Desiree. But yeah, you're right. I don't know what's going on with this story. All I know is that, honey, I don't know if it's the COVID. I don't know if it's just a lot going on right now. Okay, with a lot of people, a lot of these actors seem to be, and entertainers seem to be in the midst of some type of meltdown or something. Okay, and now you got you know, we was making I was getting my whole life yesterday talking about August Alsina. Well, honey, he done did an interview with Charlamagne in the Breakfast Club, talking about something he wasn't trying to you know, clout chase off of him and Jada's entanglement, but it sure sound like you trying to clout chase to me off of him, as well as sell his new album. That's what it sound like to me, honey, because like I told y'all yesterday, honey, little young August said, honey, Jada gonna pay for his pain, child. All right, he's doing everything he can. Okay, so yeah, that's true, Brady. We'll never know what she been through. You see what I'm saying? And so yeah. But anyway, y'all, we have been on here for 2 hours. I told y'all we had a lot to unpack. I'm gonna let you guys go. It's almost 8:00 p.m. my time. Okay, we've been on here forever. But thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. If you came into the video late, please go back and look at the replay. There's a lot of good information you know, in the video, and we're not only talking about Jeffree Starr or what is her name, Jackie Aina. We were also talking about some updates with the Ahmaud Arbery case, as well as what was going on with Kanye West. Do you see what I'm saying? We were talking about that at the beginning of the video as well. So like I said, it's a lot of good information at the top of the video as well. I hope you guys understand why I wanted to put that information out there about Jeffree Starr, and I wanted to talk about that in particular, not because it's Jeffree Starr, because you know, I'm not in the beauty guru, that's not my thing, but the actions of these people the things that they have done, you know, while being content creators, they have been exposed about them things that they have done online alone. I don't even see how their, you know, platforms are promoted, like the Shane Dawson, all that proof that he still had on his channel, all this stuff about Jeffree Starr, you know, that has come out about him forever. Do you see what I'm saying? Not only him, people like Jake Paul, you know, all this stuff that he pulls. These people are continuously uplifted on this platform. They make millions of dollars from this platform. They get brand endorsements from this platform. And like I said, us, you know, black content creators, even the ones as well known as Jackie Aina, we be struggling on this YouTube platform, okay? And so, yeah, it's just that it's crazy. But anyway, that's the reason why I want to share all that Jeffree Starr information with you guys, because I know that really none of us are over here, you know, are interested in that sector over there and what those people do. You welcome, Snazzy Girl. And so thanks for joining us, okay? But it is imperative to know what they are doing over there, because they get away with far, far more over there and have been getting away with it for years, okay? And over here in the black sector or the black sections of YouTube, honey, you can get your channel snatched for a little bit of anything, okay? So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because, like I said, I didn't even realize, honey, that it was almost 8 o'clock. People got stuff to do on a Monday night, chat. This is the beginning of the week, all right? So I love you guys. Thanks once again for hanging in there with me. Go back and listen to the It's Midnight A class. Well, girl, thank you for staying up so late. Okay. Lord have mercy. Thank you all. Love you guys. I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a nice Tuesday. Okay. We are undergoing a heat wave in many of these cities across the United States of America, especially here down south. This heat is trying to take my soul right up out my body. Okay, child. It was so hot today, y'all. Good night, Gingy. And Brandy went to the store for me, child. She walked right up at her feet was sweating in her sandals so bad that she walked right up out of her sandal. Okay, that's how hot it is down here. Okay, it is particularly hot down here. All right, we have had the heat index of over 100 degrees for days. Okay. Child, you got a heat wave going on down there in the across the pond too. A-class, child, it said global warming, child. It's real. Global warming is real, child. Okay, child. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a nice night. I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, because like I told you guys, honey, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because YouTube will unsubscribe you from the channel and you won't even realize it. Okay. And if you wonder why you're not getting no notifications when I go live or when I post a video, this could be the reason why. Okay. So anyway, let me get off here. Brady said, no, you didn't, Brandy. Y'all about to go. I gotta go. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you all. Bye-bye. Have a nice rest of your night or rest of your morning, and definitely have a wonderful day tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Peace.